welcome back in, folks. I'm here with a very special guest, UMaine's 2025 Valedictorian Meg Caron. Meg, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, Jack.
And it's not often we get the valedictorian on the sports show, right? For the sports segment of the show.
Yep.
But you have a lot of sports background. And just obviously, before we get to that, I want to talk about, because I'm very curious, what is the process like for learning you're going to become the valedictorian? Is it something that you apply to? What is that? Because that is something that I was never even close to.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious.
Well, funny enough, I got notified a year early that I was nominated to be valedictorian, but it was not my class. It was the class of 2024. And the reason for that is because I just had so many credits. I'm a triple major, so they kind of got me confused with senior status. But I learned early on how the process worked because of that. And so my senior year, I got nominated again, and they told me a little bit more about it, which is every college nominates 2 people, and then once you get to the college level, then those 2 people get selected, and then there's a committee that overviews all of the applications and all of the nominations, and then from there, they select the co-salutatorians and the valedictorian.
So they pump faked you a little bit. They almost gave you a test run.
Really.
That is amazing, and obviously your dual degrees in French and microbiology. What was that like navigating a double major, and at the same time you're a freshman playing on the field hockey team that's winning an American East Championship? It's such an adjustment to college already.
Yeah.
But then to be a Division I athlete and also someone who is a double degree, or three. I apologize, strike that. Has 3 majors under her belt and working on it. How could you even balance all that?
Well, my freshman year, I realized pretty quickly that it was going to take a lot of work because there wasn't a lot of other people that were in my shoes in terms of the course load that I had. But luckily, the athletic staff was incredibly accommodating, and I remember we, during the America East Championship, flew all the way to Miami of Ohio, and on that private jet, I was taking an organic chemistry exam, and my coach was proctoring it. It was hilarious. Like, that was my experience my freshman year.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
And is there something maybe that you've learned through that organized team event in athletics and that you've kind of been able to bring to your studies and maybe working with groups, something of that nature?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am an incredible multitasker now. Like, I can't say it enough. I have been able to juggle so many things at one time to the point where I can now run and think of the email that I'm going to write next.
And just, you move on to your sophomore year, you have to take a kind of a leave the field hockey team, right?
Yeah.
But then you find your love for running.
Yeah.
Can you bring us through that initial, discovery of passion for running your sophomore year of college?
Yeah, so at the end of my freshman year, I ran my first half marathon, and I realized how fun that was and how much of a personal pursuit that it was. So my sophomore year, I discovered a group on campus that wanted to form a run club, and they were all super motivated to try and run their first marathon. And I knew that I have crazy ideas, but other people with crazy ideas, and you put us together and we just do something wild. So we all trained for the Millinocket Marathon, and it was a blast. We met every Tuesday, Thursday night at 6:30 p.m., saw every sunset together, and ran an insane amount of miles until that race. And when I did that race, it was just such a feat and such an accomplishment to cross that finish line, and for nothing but pure enjoyment. So I realized how fulfilling running was and how much I wanted to continue that.
What was the thought process getting back into Division I athletics?
Yeah, well, I realized how I had a potential to pursue running more than I had previously. And so when I met a bunch of people on the cross-country team and I met the coach and they kind of offered me that opportunity, I said, why not? I mean, I know I enjoy running, so maybe this is the next chapter for me. I've always followed my heart in whatever I do. So at that moment, it was, let's try this. And I hopped back into D1 athletics. I made a new family of friends and runners, and it was a wonderful time.
What's next? What's next for Meg Caron in the academic side of things and the athletic side of things?
So I'm currently living and working in Michigan. I'm running as religiously as I can to balance my workload, and when August comes, I will be done with work. I'll be marathon training as well as hiking as many mountains as possible. That is because I will be hiking the Appalachian Trail.
Wow.
at the end of next February, and I will be writing a book as well about my previous experiences as well as my new experiences on the trail. So it'll be a culmination of everything I've learned combined with how that is serving me today through literal mountains, actually. And yeah, once I complete that, I'll be starting an MD PhD to pursue my research goals and to become a doctor.
So let's get this straight. We got doctor,
Yes.
future doctor,
Yes.
hiker,
Yes.
author,
Yes.
valedictorian, Division I athlete. I mean, that is amazing. Meg, thank you so much for joining us today. And it's really been an honor. And I really have a ton of respect for what you were able to do and what you're going to do in the future.
Thank you so much for having me, Jack.
We'll be right back after the break.